up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I set you apart. Tell me your secrets and ask me your questions. Oh, let's go back to the start. People sometimes ask me, what is it like to have a brother with autism or with an intellectual disability? I never really thought about it. He's just my brother. When we were kids, we used to do everything together. And now I think about it, we still do. After my brother graduated from high school, my parents, already knowing that Ambrose had been on the waiting list for over 10 years, inquired through Dad's about receiving funding for a possible group home. Dad said my brother was getting closer and that it would take 4 or more years for him to receive the funding he needed for community services. So my mom asked Dad's, what do parents do if something were to happen to them? And Dad's replied and told my mom that if something were to happen to her, that my brother had 3 options. The first option would be homelessness and living under a bridge. The second option would be living in prison. And the third would be the state supported living centers, which is the institution. Sadly, this is the harsh reality for Texans. When you go into a state institution, you lose your identity, you're no longer a person, and you're just a number. This is because state-supported living centers receive 3 times as much money as they would in a community-based setting. Secondly, politicians that have a state-supported living center in their district believe that if they are to close down, all these people will lose their jobs and the politician would not get reelected. But the reality is that these workers are paid minimum wage, close to $22,000 a year, and the turnover rate is super high, close to 9 months. The state-supported living centers believe and expect the workers to have the wisdom of Solomon, the patience of Job, the care of Florence Nightingale, with a janitor's salary.
I'm always struck by, whenever I talk to people who lived in state institutions, people who were able to communicate, they always have tales of abuse, of rape, men and women. It was very common. These places that were set up that we hoped would be caring and loving and supportive turned out not to be.
Many believe that people with intellectual disabilities belong with their own kind. I say their own kind is their friends, their family, their neighbors, their brothers and sisters. I can't help but think, what if my brother lived in an institution and was never integrated into the community? It's crazy to think because he does everything with us. We go to movies together, he goes on vacations with us, he's even gone to every single one of my basketball games.
Ambrose, are we gonna go to Cafe Java to eat? Yeah? What do you like to eat at Cafe Java? Pancakes?
What you want a pancake and you want Sprite? Okay. And what else? Is that it? Alright, Ambrose. Alright.
Faithful stars, faithful managers, possessors of your goodness. Let us share, Lord, for your goodness and mercy. Thank you, Lord, for your kindness.
One of the greatest gifts that God can give us is treasures like Brother Ambrose here. It's a joy in seeing him running up to the altar, praising the Lord after the service of everything. And there's no other person in the world that I would rather be friends with, and that is with my buddy right here. He loves shaking my hand. I've gotten to know him, gotten to know his family and everything, and it's just been an honor. It's been a pleasure having fun, getting to know him and everything. A great benefit in having him here, seeing his lovely face. He's smiling all the time. He's very enthusiastic. He wants to come to church. He picks his favorite seat. He's very outgoing and everything. A lot of people might not think he is, but he's very outgoing. And I've just gotten to love the family, gotten to know Brother Ambrose, and he's been a true friend to me. Even though he won't shake my wife's hand, he shakes mine.
When I first met Ambrose, I met a young man that hardly anybody felt you could deal with, but after several years, he's become very much a part of the community. In fact, he loves me and I love him, and I enjoy staying with him. Sometimes we sweep this all under the rug because of something we don't understand. It's not that we don't like it, we just don't understand it. But if we take the time to pay attention to someone like Ambrose, he becomes gentle and kind and very much a part of your life. It's something that all of us have an obligation to do. We are our brother's keeper. Ambrose is my brother, so consequently, I want to do everything I can to make his life fruitful and happy, and in doing so, I have experienced a happiness that I never knew was possible through someone who may not even realize they're giving it to me.
I want to go home.
You want to go home?
Okay,
Let's go.
Go ahead.
Ambrose, come on. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Open the door, Ambrose. Open it. Let's go. Let's go.